A good Sunday morning to our viewers and listeners. Now, in the wake of George Grant's death back in April of 2020, your humble servant answered the call to make a contribution to the Grenadian media landscape by filling the huge void left by the veteran broadcaster. I have not been shy about my critique of journalism in Grenada, for its close and cushy relationship with the powerful, and for its inability in some cases to carry on the legacy of journalistic greats such as Lou Smith, Leslie Pear, Alistair Hughes, and so much more. In fact, there is a significant generational divide in Grenadian media, in which some young media workers take no interest in learning from those who are senior and more experienced. Since my return to some form of media practice, covering issues affecting Grenada and the diaspora, I soon realized that the journalistic landscape I left in 2004 was completely transformed. For example, there appears to be a Vicky-Vi approach to reporting that gives precedence to they-say journalism instead of journalism steeped in proper research, accurate sourcing, and responsible ethics. Also, some senior journalists who should know better engage in the unflattering practice of muckraking and yellow journalism, which should be frowned upon by any self-respecting media practitioner in the 21st century. And then there are the cringeworthy moments we sometimes witness at the weekly post-cabinet press briefings that is chaired by a press secretary that displays a very condescending tone to the assembled press. But these factors are also coupled with the harsh reality of a lack of training, very poor working conditions, and a system that does not guarantee job security for journalists, who can be summarily fired if their work contracts are not renewed. Then there is the issue of political influence. According to Reporters Without Borders in their 2020-2021 World Press Freedom Index report, several media outlets in Grenada and in the OECS are under the direct influence of politicians, which gives them the power to withdraw state advertising at any time, depriving media houses of an income they depend on. Reporters Without Borders view this heavy-handed political influence as a major impediment to independent media in Grenada and in the OECS, as it can compromise journalistic independence. The reality is that Grenadian media needs to have a reckoning with itself. And those who take this profession seriously, like your humble servant, take exception to those who lump all media in the same category. Not all media are created equally. The truth is, not all journalists do that work of shoddy journalism. There are those who do the painstaking and serious work, guided by ethics and standards. And then there are those who view journalism as merely a 9-to-5 job, with no regard for accountability, passion, or commitment. The public's dissatisfaction with the local media will always be an issue, as it is the job of the journalist to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. If the public is to critique media, therefore, they must also critique a management and ownership structure that allows mediocrity to thrive.